The question has been posed. We-ology. How do we grow our village of success? Now, as we start talking about self-transformation, it's not an individual process. It's a personal process within a social context. Because we are social beings, intellectual beings, spiritual beings, and we need a sense of belonging to actually thrive. So, with this being true, there are behaviors that move people, yourself, toward others, which we call high social interests uh, in terms of your social connections and links. Then there are behaviors that move people away from self or others or cause people to work against you based upon your behavior. And this is what we would refer to as low social interest. Now, through your own perspective, all of the thoughts that you act upon are behaviors that you see as useful in some form or fashion. Now, some of these attitudes that promote the behaviors that you do are going to either be a distraction or something that's hurting your self-esteem, and then from that process your social interest is going to be impacted, or the relationships that you're able to build. Because when we talk about weology, it's talking about how you utilize yourself to build this village of success with others in order for all to thrive within this context. So when you start looking at weology, it begins with, what am I doing in regards to relationship building? And so one of these pieces is going to be success, failure, and then looking at the outcomes of these behaviors. So when we look at success as a progressive realization of healthy stability, healthy security, and healthy joy as your healing, authentic identity, right? We're going to have to see how you are working with others as well as your own thoughts, your own emotions, and how you're putting those into practice. Now, the failure component, when we start looking at weology, building your village of success, now the failure component is when we start to utilize complaining. We start to use blaming. We start to act upon our fears instead of the outcomes we've planned to achieve. And then we have to look at what we are creating from the way that we're behaving. Are we creating intimate relationships? Are we creating close relationships with others from a business or work perspective? Um, and then at the same time, we have to look at how are our behaviors creating a condition or a situation for sharing, for enjoying, and creating shared outcomes. And we can see that in terms of a community and your village of success with those whom come into your village is a smaller component of a larger community. And so when you come together, you have to be able to find a way with those whom you've chosen to be a part of a team and chose you to be part of a team. You have to see, how can we build success and fulfillment? And we must be able to discuss, arbitrate, negotiate, and build. And so when we look at these three components, we have to look at how we're building success, how our success is allowing us not to experience the failure by reducing complaining and encouraging conversation, negotiations, arbitration. And at the same time, where we're not utilizing blaming, but we're coming back and discussing, being solution focused, and not acting upon our fears, but communicating and building the courage and the trust to communicate where we are mentally, emotionally, so that we don't act upon our fears in a way that we're working against success. And so this brings us right to the point of how do we grow our village of success? It's through encouragement. Now, this encouragement on your journey of self-transformation, this encouragement is for you to continue in this journey and overcoming your personal baggage. This encouragement is how you are building a relationship with other people. So this encouragement for your village of success development is the cultivation of qualities which prompts each person within this village of success to act responsibly, deliberately, and with conviction for success and fulfillment for all involved. What are your questions? How can we help you take the next step? This is your personal journey in self-transformation within a social context, within a community context. Help us to help you. Have the courage to ask the question that you need the answer as part of your solution focus on your journey in self-transformation. Dare to be your authentic self. Be well. It is truly your choice.